How are we living, boys? Your Briar clear sucks. But don't worry, I'm here to help you with that. Now, I have 4 clears prepared for you today, and they will be red and blue buff starts with and without Cosmic Insight, because Cosmic Insight messes with when you get your second smite charge. So, enjoy them, learn something, let's bring it out. Okay, now this is a recording of how to do blue buff start with Cosmic Insight, so you will get the second smite charge earlier. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a lot of minute things, and they all matter. So what you're going to do immediately is auto attack, then W. Do not start with your W. Auto W and get the extra auto attack in there since your W is a cancel. Do 5 auto attacks and smite W2 and leave it around 1,000 health. Now you're going to do 4 auto attacks, bringing the blue F to the end of the circle, and then you're going to do 2 of them outside of the circle, pulling it to the ground. So a lot to it, so pay attention, right? So 1, and it's going to keep doing that. 2, and then W, 2 more autos. Bam. Now 3 autos with that extension of W. Do your E auto, and then you have 5 auto attacks while pulling this back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. W again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. W2. And you can only leave once Gromp is at 139 or less, and it'll always die 100%. Auto attack E, and then buffer another auto attack just by mashing right click. You don't even have to move your character. Do another W immediately after that. Get 5 more auto attacks in a W2. You need to auto this wolf 4 times. 2, 3, 4. You're going to do a fast combo. Here's 4. Now once you slide over this wall, you're going to do a W over it, auto attack Q, and then 5 auto attacks in a W2. So you'll end up getting 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. W2 immediately, doesn't matter the direction. And don't buffer an auto attack into that E because you don't need to. Now you're going to do an auto attack W, auto attack Q, and then run it out for another 6, 4, 5, 6. Smite W2. And since you have Cosmic, you will get it. 2 auto attacks, then E. 1 more auto attack, and then walk to the wall. As your W comes up, immediately W, auto, Q, auto, and then do the rest of your auto attacks. So you get to 6, W2. And now you're just going to auto attack, and then buffer your E right as the big Krug is dying. So it dies, you start E. Bam, you kill. And as you can see, 308 clear with Cosmic Insight. Completely easy and free. Okay, now we have the red buff start with Cosmic, and it's going to look similar. So auto, and then do your 5 autos plus your W2 and smite. So 5 auto attacks, W2, and pull it back. We're going to go for a similar 6 auto setup. 2, 3, 4, and then you have 5. And with red buff, you can do this little wall cancel for 2 auto attacks, and then W2, let bleed do it. As long as you get 1 auto attack with that W, you're good. Do 2 autos, E auto, and then you just want to continue to bring it back to your Raptors, nothing to it. Immediately W, and then only W2 once the minis are basically spawning. That way you don't drop your frenzy, so that your W extends the whole time to kill all the Krugs. That's where a lot of you mess up, right there. Now you're going to auto attack the closest Raptor to you, immediately buffer E, and then auto attack the big Raptor, and then W. Run it out for 3, 4, 5 autos, W2, and don't auto ever again. 160 is enough to leave these. Now your wolf is a little weird, and your Gromp is a little weird, so pay attention. You're going to Q the big wolf, auto attack, E, auto attack, W. So Q, auto, E, auto, W. Do your 5 auto attacks and then W2. 5, W2, and then walk it out. You only need to auto the wolf 1 more time. So I'm going to do it here, close to my Gromp. Do not use Q or smite. Auto, 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 E. 3 autos, E, auto, W, auto, Q. Run out all of your auto attacks, and W2. Now you need to auto once and twice, and then smite the blue. And what that'll do is that'll make your jungle pet start actively hitting both of them, and that'll get you the kill onto the Gromp with your bleed, and so on. And now with blue buff, it looks the exact same as Gromp, where you do 3 autos, and then E auto, W auto, Q, and then run it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, W2, and bam, you have a 315 full clear on red start with Cosmic Insight again. Nice. Okay, now this is blue buff start without Cosmic Insight, and that's going to change your red buff since you will not have the extra smite charge. So let's go through. It'll look mostly the same, where you just do auto attack then W, get your 5 auto attacks and then W2 with smite. Basically the exact same stuff. Again, the only thing that will change is that red buff really. You do have slightly like damage and cooldown reduction limitations here, but they're effectively the same. 6 autos, smite or W1, get 2 auto attacks, W2. as many autos as you can. E, and then auto, get your 5 autos out of this. 4, 5, you can throw an extra one in if you want to count that E one. Same thing. 3, 4, 5, W2, and I don't let it leave the circle till it's under 139, and that way it'll always die. Auto E auto like regular. Do your W, get your 5 auto attacks. Now, if you were to have taken attack speed rune, you would actually be getting 6 autos on these Ws. But attack speed rune does slow down your clear a little bit, so if you're taking that with your build, just know that your clear will be about 2 seconds slower. Let that one die. Get a little lag in there. Why not? Because that's not going to affect me in this clear. Bam. 6 autos, smite W2, or W2E rather, not smite. Now you don't have smite for this red buff again, so what are you going to do to change that? Auto, W auto Q, and W diagonally downwards so that you can pull the red buff for this next step. 1, 2, and 3 auto attacks, and then buffer your E downwards so that your W can carry you towards the Krugs, because the extra movement speed Briar gets is actually really game changing. Smite the Krug to bring it towards you. And this clear ends up ending at like 313 on the dot. You're going to E, really quick, W, let them all die, auto attack W2, bam. Now this one ended at 313 on the, like, right as the number changed. This is a 312 clear right there, like you saw it there for a second. Generally speaking, I stopped walking after the smite, so there's a little bit of like a 0.5 mess around here. So if you get between 312 and 314, don't worry about it. It's all the same stuff. That ain't bad at all, so that's pretty good. And lastly, we're going to show you red start without cosmic insight. So again, it's going to look very similar. You're going to do your auto attack, then your W, get your 5 autos, smite, W2 like regular, you know, all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your 6th. W, auto attack twice, W2, let it run all the way over. You're going to do 2 autos onto your big Krug here. 1, 2, E auto, auto, and you're just waiting for your W to come up. You're going to W towards the wall here, do your 1 auto, and then W2 as the minis are spawning from the medium Krug. You're good. Run it all the way out. Now, you should be leaving Krugs at 206. If you are not leaving Krugs at 206, you are trolling. 205 and 206 are the only acceptable numbers. Auto attack, set it up, get your auto E, and even then, that was like a 0.5 misstep where we should have been buffering that E a little better, but you get the point. Well, you've seen it now a million times probably. So then you're going to slide over again. All of this is the exact same. The only thing that changes is smite. Q, auto, E, auto, W. And you are looking good. Get your auto attacks. You need 1 more auto on this wolf. You remember it from the last time that we watched. Bam. Save that Q. Auto. 2. Now you can do 2 or 3 here. I opt for 2 on non-cosmic games. That's completely fine. 4, 5, 6. Bam. 1, 2, 3. And I opt for a 4th here. Bam. As long as you're smiting the blue to bring it to you, you want the blue to walk to you so that you can save that distance traveled. And your damage uptime will be good. And then run out all of your autos, smite, and kill. Now that's a 316 if done perfectly, but we have a 317 to show you just to get you where you need to go. So now you've seen all 4 clears. That's every single thing that you need to know about Briar's clears. And the big thing about this rune page, this is like the Hail of Blades plus Precision Tree. That has like really nothing to do with the clear. Those are almost all runes that deal with enemy champions. Whereas the Cosmic Insight one takes, you know, Legend Alacrity or something like Legend Haste, right, which can directly affect your clears, right? So we did basically no runes and then complete good runes, and you can see the difference in the clear times with that. But overall, that's all you really need to know. These are the ways that you should be doing them. If you're doing stuff like Raptor Start, that's so that you can power farm to level 5. You're not really looking for much of a, you know, insane efficient clear, but I could show it one time. It's all the same though. Nothing really changes with that. And just a little tidbit, this is Raptor Start. Raptor Start is for a player that likes to power farm. You want to be level 6, same time as laners. This is the best thing that you can do. Auto attack, then W. Hit your 5 auto attacks, and then your W2. Bam. And again, this is a little bit slower, doing almost everything the exact same that you can. But the reality is that this is for power farming, and you have to acknowledge, like, hey, I'm not going to be very active on this map. Maybe you have a super scaling team, and that's where you want to put all your eggs into this basket where, hey, we're all scaling, we're going to do nothing early game, and this is what I want to do. Or you're just a farm heavy player, you just feel very, feel very comfortable being able to just do a ton of farming. Now again, every time that you deal damage, your jungle pet will auto twice. So during those mini Krugs, the mini Krugs take 5 jungle pet autos to die. So you need to auto attack them 3 times to get an iteration of 2, 2, and 1. Go back and watch it if you're not understanding, that's okay. And we're going to send this through. That's 224 on this side. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, so, I mean, if you're a farm-heavy player, this is where I think the jungle meta is, so that's probably one of the best things to do, but I will say when you're lower elo that you need to learn both styles to improve as a player, and you can only do this when you understand the implications and what happens to the game and what happens to your game, what other people might do. A lot to it, man. This game is very tough, so don't be surprised if you get lost in it sometimes. Do my 3 autos, do my E, auto W, auto Q. You'll notice a lot of this looks pretty much the same, just a little bit slower. But again, it's the prep that makes this so good. Do my 2, smite, 3, 1, 2, 3, send it through. E auto, W auto, Q auto. 5, 6. There we go. That dies at about 319. And again, this is all about the prep, guys. This is all about the prep. You're going to see how strong this is here in a second. Now again, sometimes I like to actually just fully blast this crab, so I like to commit E sometimes. Since I'm usually going to be at the crab before enemy team. And what you're going to do, you're going to slide through. Grabbing a little bit of mid lane experience will help you get level 5 and 6 super well. But, it's RNG, do minions die near you or not. What I like to do is I'd like to take this extra ward and ward for my mid laner here. 1, because you will be able to see the crab. That crab will always be there at around 355. So if the crab is up, it would be there. And if not, then you know it's down. We're going to prep our E, do a W auto Q, get all of our auto attacks off again. And again, this is farm heavy. You'll notice I have not ganked at all. Now, there's nothing to gank in this lobby, of course, but generally speaking, it's pretty good. I like to use my smite here, too. Just because I haven't recalled, and these are level 4 camps, so it's going to take me a long time, so I use smite as like a crutch for that. Here it is, jungle pet 2, and then 2 more autos from it, bam. Recall, and now I'm on perfect team at money. I'm level 5, and I have farmed every single thing. Now that's called tempo, right? Tempo is always doing something, so I've always been farming. Now he could be high tempo, killing all your team, and you haven't done anything, but you are really strong relative to this lobby. And there's a little bit more to this that I'll go over with you guys, where don't use your W over here. But what you're going to do is you want to complete your full clear, right? So you know that these wolves are going to spawn here in a second. Bam, perfect timing. Send that through. And now you are one of the strongest people in the lobby. And this is where jungle meta's at, is you need to be really farmed before you do very much if you want to be consistent in your climb. You can go take a bunch of risks and gank a ton for these laners. Maybe they throw, maybe they don't. This is the most consistent way I've found to climb, so this is what I do. They're not going to use a second smite, although it would feel good to do so. What you're going to do is you're going to come here. And you'll notice the game time is 5:30, right? Well, the cool thing about that is now you take this time, right? You have your second ward available. And you're going to hit this Scryer, check their Raptors, check their Krugs, right? You check their Krugs with the Scryer, you check the Raptors right there, and you ward the over the wall, and now you're prepped for a perfect Void Grubs, right? Right-click these. If you start them, immediately they don't go to 1700 until a few seconds after. You're going to save this E, or save the smite. You can use the E if you know you're alone, because it does apply bleed and does a little bit of damage. Send right through here. Now you're level 6 at 619, which is almost on par with laners. And then if enemy jungler hasn't done a lot this game, with you doing this, you're the strongest person in the lobby, basically. You're on 1600 gold at 6 minutes. You're level 6. You can shoot a hawk shot right here at your Raptors. And again, your enemy jungler has to be like frame perfect to stop you doing this. Because if not, you're just going to take over the game by being super efficient. And always be doing something. You'd catch him lacking here. He might not have recalled. Maybe he had dragon. Void grubs are usually more important than dragon until soul and elder and so on. Or if like they have a team fighting comp and now they're forcing you to team fight and you don't really want to do that. But generally speaking, this is what you want to do every single game. Just because of the, the money that it puts in your pocket, the level and experience that it gives you. And just look at how everything syncs up, right? I did 2 full clears, perfect team at reset, go topside, get grubs. I'm on bot side for dragon to trade it if it's not done. And what I can do here is I can actually smite, right? Use that smite here. And then watch this. So now it's about 740. This will die. And now if they haven't gotten dragon yet, I have every camp basically dead except for 1. I have smite advantage going into here, and there's no one that could have better smite than me because I haven't missed a single thing. So doing this is super OP, and it's really consistent, and consistency is key to your climb because you will be in a situation that you've understood better than the enemies probably have if they've taken a bunch of bad ganks or been mind controlled by their laners. So definitely focus up. Do this path if you want to really get consistent in your grind. So there you go. Enjoy.